Hello, hello, hello. Welcome into another episode of Soapbox Sports. Clean takes, bold debate, straight from the soapbox. I am your co-host, Lucky Brian. How you doing today, man?
Man, we fired up.
You are
We
fired
fired up.
up.
What a great weekend in the sports world.
It really was. It really was, man. First and foremost, we want to say Happy Martin Luther King Day to all those out there. It's an honor and a privilege to celebrate and talk some sports on this hallowed day and all the sacrifices for Dr. King and how he led the way for the civil rights movement here in America so that everybody can be free. So we're honored and blessed to be a part of your sports talks today. Sorry we're a little bit late. Technical difficulties as always with us, but we're going to kick it off around the NFL in a wild card weekend. Was it wild card weekend? Divisional round. This is the divisional round. Yeah. Felt like it was the wild card weekend because a lot of things just transpired this weekend, man. Brian, who do you want me to start with, man? What game we want to start first?
Man, let's start with the blowout. Let's start light and then we'll turn it up a notch on y'all slowly. But 49ers versus the Seahawks. Dog walk. I mean, 41-6 wasn't a competition from the beginning of the game. I had the 49ers going to the Super Bowl. I believe that Mike Shanahan and Brock Purdy can overcome all the injuries as they have done all year because they were a surprise team that somehow were competing for the number one seed. And I figured that Sam Darnold would go back to his old ways. But he didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to do anything at all. He didn't have to be the new Sammy, or the old Sammy. He just had to show up and let the team do the job. And listen, the Seahawks just owned the 49ers. I think it was just a bad matchup. I feel like if the 49ers would have played anyone else, they probably would have won. But the Seahawks showed you with that week NFL Week 18 finale, we own them. And we got their number. And they showed it again this week. Chris, any thoughts or recaps on that blowout?
I don't even want to talk about it, honestly.
It wasn't a game.
It wasn't. It was probably one of the worst experiences. Well, listen, I'm not going to lie. Saturday was long for me, so the fact that this was a blowout was actually perfect. I got to turn this off with like 3 minutes left in the third quarter after Brock Purdy threw another interception. I was like, yeah, I'm cutting this off. I'm going to head out. Time for bed. Seattle looks legit, even though like I didn't see enough from Sam Darnold to warrant, a lot of praise going his way today. But that defense and that coach, the way he has them humming, bro, and hunting. It's not like they have a lot of big names on that defense, but they hunt. They hunt just about as well as anybody left in these playoffs. And I'm expecting them to be in a dogfight versus the Rams. But
would you say they're the best team in the playoffs right now?
Best team, yeah. I don't think it's hard. Yeah. Most complete team, yeah, for sure. Do I think they'll win it? Remains to be seen. We'll talk about that a little later.
Hold on, before you move on, is it time to start Mac Jones next year? Is it time to reconsider on Brock Purdy? Because he was off and on this year. If you want to be real.
He has some good moments and spurts. You can't just move off because you just paid him.
You could do anything.
Like you legit just paid him. So and like, nah, you can't move off him just yet. But one, you got to get people back healthy. Ayuk, Pearsall. They're gonna have to maybe find like a replacement for Kittle. But nah, I'm not in on Brock Purdy, but I ain't out yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Let's move on to bigger and better. I mean, slightly better game.
No, the biggest. The best.
A slightly better game. Texans versus the Patriots. I'm gonna let you kick this off since you're a homer. That's your squad.
Listen, man. The Patriots defeated the Houston Texans 28-16 yesterday, and I can't even honestly, man. I don't even know how to describe this game. This game was probably the most interesting game I watched all weekend because nobody wanted to win.
There we go.
Nobody.
As long as you're honest. I think you about to hype up the Patriots like they were just magnificent.
No, nobody wanted to win this game. Listen, I thought coming off of last week's horrendous win again, I thought Drake May could only play better. Turns out he could play worse. Jeez Louise. This man was literally handing them the game away. But luckily for us, C.J. Stroud was on the other side.
Hey, he was wearing a New England Patriots jersey.
Yeah. Throwing it right back to us. It's like, you take this turnover. No, you have it. No, I insist. You take this. it was one of the worst games I've ever seen. I'm just happy we came out victorious, but a lot of questions remain because for me, if Bo Nix is healthy, I've seen nothing from the Patriots to let me think that they would beat a healthy Broncos team. Obviously, they kind of just punched their ticket yesterday, but and then on the other side of the ball, CJ, man.
What the hell was that?
Go ahead, Brian. Yeah, just go ahead.
What the hell was that?
CJ, man.
Listen, from his rookie year till now, the regression has been significant. He was on podcasts his first year. He was talking all that smack like he a dog. Bruh, that man was seeing ghosts. He was seeing ghosts this weekend. And listen, the Patriots have probably had the easiest role all season because they get an injury-prone offensive line in the Chargers in the wild card. Then the Texans, they ain't got no left tackle. He go down, which is probably one of the most important positions in the game. And then it don't help that C.J. Stroud has been terrible this year. I was calling for C.J. Stroud to be benched at halftime. DeMeco Ryan, you failed your team. You literally failed your team because you had the better team that weekend. That defense still put on a show, but how can you overcome a quarterback who can't make a simple out route? He underthrown, overthrown, threw it. He actually got a receiver hurt because he threw it behind him and hurt, and he bent his leg back trying to catch the ball. Like he's out there hurting receivers. Now, you might go into the fact that he was missing Nico Collins and all of that. Listen, dog, you was missing wide open throws. Wide open throws, and you made the job easy for the Patriots. Listen, Patriots didn't really show me too much because Drake May, he had 3 turnovers as well. He had 4 turnovers. So, I mean, he wasn't much better. But listen, that just came down to one organization that's used to winning and another organization that's never been to the conference finals. Yeah. So
before you move on, I got a question for you. Do the Texans have a quarterback controversy on their hands going into next year? Because they started off that win streak
with Davis Mills. He turned the season around.
Mm-hmm.
They won't know that until the first quarter of next season. So give it another quarter into the season. Figure out who's going to be your new offensive coordinator next season. And then you might have, if he doesn't perform well, then you can look into maybe other options. I just want to let every other team in the NFL know right now, Kyler Murray is on the blocks. Kyler Murray is on the blocks.
Kyler Murray's terrible.
I don't know why everybody keeps saying Kyler Murray is terrible. He just plays for the Arizona Cardinals. That's it.
I'm just going to say one thing. The Texans will know by the end of camp whether or not CJ's their guy.
No, you got to let them play the games.
Nah, I think
let them play the games.
They'll know by the end of camp.
Got to play the game.
All right, let's move on, man. Rams-Bears, probably the game of the weekend in terms of wow factors. Rams ultimately come out victorious, beating the Bears 20-17 in overtime. Brian, where do we start, bro? Do we start with the Rams? Let's start with the Bears, man. Will the Bears be back in the playoffs next year? And talk about Caleb's performance on Saturday. Start with Caleb's performance.
Caleb, I think I said this for the past couple weeks, but Caleb has arrived. He's here. And Caleb hasn't even realized his full potential or found his game yet. Caleb is simply living off athletic talent alone. Because everyone say, oh, he has a 58 completion percentage. Yeah, but he completes all the big throws. He may miss every little throw. I was talking to my friends last night. I'm like, listen, Caleb Williams is only fastballs. He doesn't have a changeup. He doesn't have a curveball. He doesn't have a softball. Once he develops some touch, once he develops how to do a check down route and just toss it to the running back, get a check down route, he's going to be elite. But when it comes to home runs, it's him, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen in a class of their own. And he showed you, not just this week, with probably one of the best plays in NFL history. Last week was the best play in NFL history when he was falling to his left and completed it on third down. So Caleb Williams, phenomenal, athletic quarterback, superb talent. Loved what I saw. Had me hype. I was hoping the Bears won.
Would it be back in the playoffs next year?
They're a contender, so yes. The team is young. They have the talent. They're not tied up on the salary cap. Caleb Williams is still on his rookie deal. They got 2 young running backs. Romeo Dunze still on his rookie deal. DJ Moore, it'd be nice to have him back, but you don't need DJ Moore. As you've seen, Cole Kmet, the defense doesn't have a lot of big names at all, which is nice because when your defense plays as a collective better than they play as individuals, you don't have to pay them like big names. So they should be able to keep the same roster and just build that continuity between Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, and hopefully he develops that softball to complete the basic, out routes, check down routes throughout the game.
I mean, I liked it. And to your credit, you have been bigging up Caleb for the last few weeks. That throw he made to
insane.
That's probably the greatest
Cole
throw.
Kmet,
Yeah, that's the greatest throw I've ever seen personally.
But I thought last week was the greatest throw when he got hit, falling to his left on third. It was like 3rd and 16.
I actually like the other throw before that one better than that one.
Okay.
To the back of the end zone.
No, yeah.
But yeah.
But they're all home runs.
Yeah, Caleb's dope, man. I don't think they'll be back in the playoffs though next year. I don't. They remind me too much of Washington.
Okay. I get that.
A lot of Washington from last year. Win a lot of close games,
But what happened in Washington this year?
Obviously, they got hurt, but the defense regressed too as well. And this defense, they had a lot of takeaways, but they're terrible, bro. I don't think they got a takeaway yesterday. And that's why I want to talk about the Rams a little bit, man. But specifically, McVay. I think McVay might be the best coach in the NFL, bro. If I'm being serious, he just finds a way to get it done. Found a way to get to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. Realized quickly it's not gonna work. I need somebody to get me over the hump. Bring in Matt Stafford, and they've been cooking ever since. Yesterday was just a professional win, bro. Professional win. It's like the snow gonna bother us. The wind, nope. We just gonna come in, handle business. It got a little dicey there at the end, but you trust your quarterback. He's going to the Hall of Fame. Probably gonna be the MVP. Get it into your best player's hands. Puka makes the play on the final drive, gets him into field goal range, handles it, takes the field goal. We out of here, bro. Professional.
Definitely professional. McVay, best coach in the league. Definitely arguable. Like, I like Vrabel. I like Shanahan. But McVay, he got that John Gruden-ness to him. He got that moxie, that cachet. Yeah. When you go in the locker room, everybody get hyped when you see everybody get hyped when you see McVay. So I get that from that end. But they were the better team. They did not play a great game. Honestly, the Rams have not been playing well the last 5 weeks of the season. And even they should have lost that Panthers game. Let's be real. They could have lost to the Panthers. The Bears were a young team. Honestly, it's a good matchup.
Yeah, this next one will be a real test.
It'll be a test, but to me, they kind of own the Seahawks too. I think McVay knows how to scheme against Darnold. Basically, make Darnold play. I'll just say this: he gets another ring this year, Brian. You got to say he's the best coach in the NFL. Yeah, I'm with that.
Just considering what's happening with Andy Reid and the downfall of the Chiefs. Bro. I told y'all he lost his fastball.
Who, Andy Reid?
Yeah, y'all heard it here first. I told y'all he lost his fastball.
He's just getting old. That's all.
Exactly.
Yeah,
what happens when you get old?
Yeah,
lose that fastball.
He chilling, bro. Andy Reid eating donuts, bro. He that boy Santa Claus. Come on, man.
All right, man. Move on. Let's move on. Most consequential game of the weekend, I guess. A lot of repercussions after this one. Brian, talk Bills Broncos. What's going on there?
What's going on there? Bruh, sometimes I wanted to feel bad for the Bills because they had so many chances to win this game. So many chances to win this game. Bo Nix came out on fire. They shut that down in the second half. I think in the mid-fourth quarter, he only had 25 passing yards for the entire second half going into the fourth quarter. Mid-fourth quarter. Still not doing nothing. But y'all know how Bo go. But Josh Allen, man, listen, this was your opportunity. Yes, you're going up against one of the best defenses in the league, but you're supposed to be the best quarterback in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And you had ample opportunities. 4 turnovers? 4 turnovers? Are you CJ Stroud?
Mm-hmm.
Are you Drake May?
Mm-hmm.
Are you Caleb Williams? No. You've been here before. You can't lose to a second-year quarterback. I don't care what you say. So, unfortunate, really unfortunate because the Bills, I think we're going to get into this later. We'll get into this later. I'm gonna save a little bit of this for later because we got to talk about Sean McDermott, the fire. But the Bills should be in the AFC Championship game, and they should honestly be going to the Super Bowl. But now, Josh Allen may never win a ring. Never. Yeah.
Maybe not on the Bills, but he can win a ring.
You think he'll leave the Bills? He's not going to leave the Bills until he's out of his prime. You know how that go?
He may. Because just some organizations, they just don't have it.
The Bills have it. They just don't win it.
The Bills don't have it, bro.
They have it.
If they had it, they wouldn't have lost. They wouldn't have lost to Patrick Mahomes with 13 seconds left on the clock. That doesn't happen to
organizations. It's a luck thing.
It doesn't happen to organizations that have it. It's just unfortunate. But
you saying they're the Saints? Remember Sean Payton and Drew Brees?
Yeah.
Every year something happens.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It is sad. So he has to go somewhere else to figure it out.
He's not leaving. That's a wild take.
He should, bro.
He never leave.
Yeah, it's tough not to put the feet of all the blame here with Josh Allen because we called it, bro. He's gonna have to be Superman, and once he go into Superman mode, he's gonna throw some turnovers. And honestly, there was just a couple of them were just real stupid. But at the end of the day, again, just like C.J. Stroud, he had his opportunity to win the game in overtime.
Even before that, he missed a couple game-winning throws.
He missed a couple of throws.
Game-winning throws,
and at the end of the day,
overthrows.
Yep. At the end of the day, when Bo Nix got his turn to make those throws, he made them. You can say whatever the hell you want about Bo Nix.
He threw a dot to Mims in the corner. I was like, yeah.
When Bo Nix got his opportunity to make those throws, he made it. And we have never been giving Bo Nix credit all year. But one thing we can't say about Bo Nix is he's not clutch.
And that's sometimes that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
When you have a defense like that, all you have to do is finish the game.
Bo Nix is clutch, bro. And he proved it again. He got his opportunity. He said, all right, Josh, you going to play with it? No, I'm not. Threw a dot.
That was crazy.
A dot to Mims is like, all right, match that.
And Josh Allen had his opportunity to throw a dot on that post in the middle and overthrew him.
They didn't do it.
Wide open. But listen,
yeah,
it's so much controversy in that game. Was it an interception, Chris?
It was a catch.
It was a catch.
It was a catch.
Thank you.
They got screwed, but you can't put it in the ref's hands. Y'all had y'all chances, You had your chances. You had 4 turnovers. 4, dog, before that.
This was starting kind of making me feel sad for the Bills because I could tell it was going downhill because this was before overtime. In the fourth quarter, they kicked the field goal to tie the game up, but they were actually driving to score. And before they kicked the field goal, Josh Allen threw a deep route to Brandon Cooks. Y'all know they just picked up Brandon Cooks in week 18 and he became the number 1 receiver, right? Immediately. That's crazy. Threw a deep route to Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks jumped over the DB, caught it, came down, thought he was inbound. His wrist hit out of bounds before his elbow. That was another big play. Did it again. The receiver dropped the pass on the next route. Then Josh Allen did a heroics to get a first down, but so much time was elapsed, they had to settle for the field goal to tie the game up. But after that, I knew, I'm like, the Bills is cursed. The Bills are cursed. And just in cursed fashion, Brandon Cooks gets stripped for an interception.
You gotta find it, bro.
You
gotta find a new team. You have to find a new team, you can't win in Buffalo.
That was cursed, but it's on him though. I mean, no matter how cursed we say he is, bro, you can't have 4 turnovers.
So boom, honestly, let's be real right now. Will the Charlotte Hornets ever win an NBA championship?
No, never.
All right, then it's the same with Buffalo.
unless they're growing.
It's the same with Buffalo.
If they're growing a LeBron James like Cleveland did, because that's the only reason Cleveland won the championship.
Listen. But like I said, some repercussions came with this game. We can honestly keep it going into the next couple of topics. We're gonna talk about some of the coaching carousels in the playoffs. Listen, Sean McDermott, lost his job after 9 seasons with the Buffalo Bills because of this latest lapse, bro. They didn't get to the AFC conference game.
Right.
They didn't have no Super Bowl appearances, 2 AFC conference appearances. First off, was this a disappointment? That's a dumb question. We all agree it's going to be a disappointment. Who should be the next coach of the Bills, Brian? Let me ask you that. That's not on here.
The next coach, I'm going with Brian Daboll. I'm not a Brian Daboll fan, but I gotta be real. Brian Daboll had Daniel Jones, and Brian Daboll got Daniel Jones paid, and Brian Daboll won Coach of the Year. And guess where Brian Daboll came from? The Buffalo Bills. It's his job for the taking. I think he's going to be a front runner for that job. If he doesn't get it, I got a wild take. I want Rex Ryan to get it. If Brian Daboll don't get it, go with a defensive coach, another defensive coach. Let Rex Ryan come in. He got the moxie, the energy, and Rex Ryan knows that division all too well. And Rex Ryan's been to the AFC Championship game, and I feel like Rex Ryan also could be another good coaching candidate.
It can't be Rex.
Why not?
You know how I feel about spinning the block on coaches. He already coached the Bills.
I don't care if he coached the Bills or not.
You know you can't be Rex.
He tried to go back to the Jets. The Jets don't like good coaches, though.
Because they know you can't spin the block on coaches.
You can spin the block on coaches. Don't listen to that.
Ask the Falcons. Would that get them with Raheem? Next coach, honestly, we're going to talk about that real quick anyway. Next coach, listen, I know they're saying he's not going to coach, but it should be Mike Tomlin.
For the Bills?
Yeah.
But he's done. He's retiring. That's the only reason I didn't. Every open job position should be Mike Tomlin.
It should be Mike Tomlin.
It should be Mike Tomlin.
Nah, but he should want this one.
Because he actually has his Ben Roethlisberger back.
Exactly, Brian.
Ben Roethlisberger back.
He has his big quarterback in the prime who can run those little short plays if he wants to, can sling it all over the field. He has a solid defense, but I'm sure he'll coach that up.
Do you think they make the offer? Because I think
you got to trade for him. I think he's worth the second round pick.
Yeah,
you're not getting a first rounder for a coach, but like maybe a Hall of Fame coach like Mike Tomlin. But the second round pick, I think he's worth a second. I'd give up a second for Mike Tomlin to come coach my team.
Listen, money's hard.
Yeah.
Make the offer.
He's a billionaire, bro. They're gonna pay him for sure.
Make the offer. I mean, I get it. It's hard to see Mike Tomlin coaching anywhere else. You know how these Steelers coaches do. You know, Bill Cowher only coaches Steelers. Yeah, never came back. Mike Tomlin will be great on TV, but this is a once in a lifetime job. When Bill Cowher retired, there wasn't any doubt. There wasn't. Yeah. Drew Brees wasn't looking for a coach. You know, Phillip Rivers wasn't looking for a coach. There was nothing out there that would entice you to coach another quarterback.
Yeah.
So that's why Lamar Jackson, you can't go within the division.
No, yeah.
But guess what?
The Bills. Yeah.
I get it. And I love that. Honestly, the only reason I feel like the Bills fired Sean McDermott
is to make a run at Tomlin.
It's
or Belichick.
Make a run at Tomlin, Belichick, or and because the Steelers and the Ravens set the precedent that you can let these type of coaches go.
I mean, McDermott never won anything, so
exactly. But I'm saying
definitely.
But he was there for 9 years.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, if Harbaugh got fired, I don't have to explain myself why we fired you. If Tomlin got fired or let go, I don't have to explain myself why we let Sean McDermott go.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
And we got great coaching. That's why the Dolphins fired Mike McDaniels. First they waited, then it was like, hold on, Harbaugh out there, Tomlin be out there. Yeah,
let's get him up out of here.
And we're gonna get to there. We're gonna get there shortly.
Listen, all right. So listen again. I think pay him as much as you could possibly get. Make the trade. Yes. Open up this window, bro. Because again, you don't have Josh Allen for much longer. Not as long as you think you do. No, not as long as you think you do. A couple of other changes, man. Here in Atlanta, Falcons and was it president of football operations Matt Ryan?
There we go.
Have found their guy to lead. Brian, they hired your boy Stefanski. Obviously, that news is not so breaking anymore. But I had to get your take on it.
Bro, I can't escape this, man. I can't escape this, man. If y'all ain't been listening, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. And I moved to Atlanta, Georgia. Stefanski went to my team, and now he's following me to Atlanta. And I still got to pull up with his bullshit, bro, in Atlanta now. Like, who let Matt Ryan make this decision? Y'all going to let the guy who blew a 28-3 lead, the most epic failure in Super Bowl history, hire your coach? Like, let Matt Ryan warm up to his position. Don't give him full autonomy and power the first day he comes in. And listen, I'm not going to bash Stefanski like he's a terrible coach. No, he's a good coach. if you like mediocrity. Atlanta Falcons, if you want to barely win the division, if you want the Kirk Cousins Minnesota Vikings team again, just say that next time. Because hiring Stefanski, you know what that means? Kirk Cousins stays. Because Kirk Cousins was his quarterback in Minnesota. Like, we've seen this already. We've seen this script. I mean, there's a lot of great coaches out there. And we went to go get Stefanski. Yes, he has 2 Coach of the Year awards. And to be honest, he only got Coach of the Year awards because he came on a Browns team that actually did great, had a bad year because they hired Freddie Kitchens. And anybody who replaces Freddie Kitchens is getting a Coach of the Year award with the Browns talent. And then he had the year when Joe Flacco turned back the clock. And he got Coach of the Year again. But I'll tell you right now, he's not Coach of the Year caliber. And Atlanta, good luck on the next 4 years with Kevin Stefanski, man. It's going to be real average. It's going to be okay. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, so
it's going to be nice. It's going to be a decent year.
It's funny because kind of on the same page, mediocrity. This hiring let me know for sure Kirk Cousins is definitely staying. Like you said, which means they're going to be middle of the pack. They'll never be good enough to do anything, and then they'll never be bad enough to actually reset. In terms of how it'll affect the offense, funny enough, I think the offense will be better.
Yeah. At least he'll know what he's doing.
Yeah,
had no clue.
Raheem had no clue what they're doing. They'll put up points, but I don't see them winning much games. And then for me, I just never understood the hype around Stefanski personally. But hey, man, the Falcons gonna Falcon, Atlanta team's gonna Atlanta team, and I don't see how this changes much for them.
Man, it's sad.
I think maybe could win the division, but that's not really saying much in this division. But if I really say that there's a team that's gonna dominate for the future, I'm probably picking the Saints. I'm probably picking the Saints. And I know a lot of Atlanta fans don't want to hear that because that's their arch rival, but the Saints look poised to make the next step. I don't see.
You know what the Saints did? They went and got the up and coming young coach.
Yep.
You know what these like the Rams, it was like Sean McVay, the Mike Shanahan's, the
Mike McDonald,
the next guy up. Saints was like, all right, we don't need a guy that we know is going to be mediocre. Let's go get Kellen Moore, who may put Dak Prescott in MVP conversations. Kellen Moore, who been balling. Didn't he win a Super Bowl with Philly?
Yeah.
Won a Super Bowl with Philly. Like, let's go get that guy. Or we go get a coach who was mediocre with Minnesota, with Kirk Cousins, couldn't win a big game, and then got one playoff win with the Browns in five years. And the Browns got talent. And guess what? Atlanta is probably the most talented team in the division. Probably the most talented team in the weakest division in the NFL.
Yeah, let's move on, man.
Yeah, it's sad.
Hot, man.
It's sad.
Too hot, man. Leave Stefanski alone, bro.
But I hope
he does well.
I hope he does well because I want Atlanta to do well, but I don't see no Super Bowls.
Yeah, that's definitely not happening. Some other changes. Jeff Hafley, this is recent, right before the show actually, was hired by the Dolphins, defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. Spearheaded that wonderful defense this year before all the injuries. For real, former head coach of Boston College. I think this is a good hire, Brian. What you think, man? We're not gonna spend too much time on it, but
didn't I just say these are the type of coaches you need to be trying to go get?
Mm-hmm.
Go get those coordinators and those guys who actually called the plays on the defense or had a solid defense. Jeff Haley's gonna bring toughness. To a sweet city, to a soft team. And I think the biggest pro is that he's a coach of a cold weather team. And Miami does not know how to play in the cold weather. So you need a coach that knows cold weather football all his life, from Boston College to Green Bay. And you take that cold weather mentality to Miami. I ain't gonna tell you nothing about all y'all Southern boys, but y'all play pretty football. Y'all like to run off fast, and y'all think y'all got all the talent until you play in the cold. That build real character. Come up to the north. You know about that, Chris. That Jersey cold? It's different. Football is played in the cold, y'all.
That's why I told you about these dome stadiums. You need to get rid of them.
Football is played in the cold.
You need the elements. This is a 10 for 10 hire for me. I think he's going to build out a great staff, get back to fundamentals, build a great program down there. And then hopefully he can get a little bit of that Miami U edge. defensive edge that they have from the U, bring it over to the Dolphins, because
he got to get Tua straight though.
Yeah, the Dolphins used to be a really, really good defensive team back in the day, in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
The undefeated Miami team all the way back in the day. How far back in the day, Chris?
Yeah, not too far back, but
with the what's his name? Zach Thomas,
Autumn
Taylor,
boys. All the rest of them boys. Cool. Yeah, so let's move on to a real quick topic. 4 teams left. Who do you want to see in the Super Bowl the most? We got a couple of different matchups. A, Pats versus the Rams. B, Rams versus the Broncos. C, Seahawks versus the Pats. Or D, Seahawks versus the Broncos.
I'm going to be real, man. Like, it's been a Debbie Downer with Bo Nix getting hurt. The 2 most exciting things in the playoffs this year has been Caleb Williams and honestly Bo Nix, because Bo Nix continued to surprise. So I would have loved to see them go at it, but of course Bo Nix just got hurt. The Bears are out. So my next option is any game that does not include Sam Darnold. I'm not going to say he's not deserving, but the Seahawks is a great team. Sam Darnold is along for the ride. And I want to see great quarterback play. So Matthew Stafford, Rams, and Patriots, Drake May. Hopefully Drake May is dealing by then.
Yeah, obviously I'm a homer, so I agree with you. But the one that honestly would intrigue me a little bit is Seahawks versus Broncos. 2 really good defenses going at it. But it also intrigued me because either A, Sam Darnold could win a ring, and probably, because it's always a quarterback-driven league, he'd probably win Super Bowl MVP or Jackson Smith and Jigba. Or if Jarrett Stidham just plays for 2 games, he pulls that Nick Foles thing off. You know what I'm saying? See if he could lead the Broncos to a Super Bowl championship. And if he plays well, does he
get paid? He'll get a contract.
Does he get paid? Does he kind of usurp Bo Nix in the pecking order?
No.
Going into next year? Obviously, he probably won't, but
the question is,
does it become the Carson Wentz effect? You know what I'm saying?
Does he get the Malik Willis treatment?
Yeah.
For the Packers, who played 2 or 3 games and not everybody want to get him.
Yeah, so I think a Seahawks Broncos just all out slugfest, man, on the defensive side would be cool, but everybody wants to see points. So Pats Rams.
That would be cool for you. I don't want to see.
No, I want to see Pats Rams MVP versus the runner up.
Yeah, that's the best story.
2 gunslingers, going at it.
It's gonna be in Cali, so the Rams. Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
That's the only answer. That's the only answer.
That really is the only answer.
I do not want to see Sam Darnold for 124 yards. Watching the kickoff. I do like special teams, but not too much. Not too much.
All right, man. Let's move on. We done with football, man, for a little bit. We're going to talk about NBA. It's been a minute since we've talked a little bit of basketball here on the show. But there's really not much to talk about because, the basketball season really doesn't get on and popping until like
football over.
Yeah. Let's be real.
Until you have nothing else to watch.
Yeah, but the one thing we can always talk about and rely on and count on for some drama is the Los Angeles Lakers, yo. So Lakers, they've been going in a little bit of a back and forth spree. They started off the season hot without LeBron James. LeBron James comes back. They kind of stink for a little bit. Luka goes down. They found their way again. Luka comes back. They stink for a little bit. Then they're good. And then now they're just like floating, hanging in there. Right now, they're currently 7th in the West. Yeah, it's weird. I think they're like 3 games back of the 2 seed and like 4 games back of the 10 seed. 4 games in front of the 10 seed. But what we've noticed is a lot of the body language has been weird and the vibes are weird in Los Angeles. You got LeBron's agent,
Rich Paul,
talking for trades for active players. And then you just got LeBron at the end of the bench by himself most of the time, practicing golf. Luka's in and out of the lineup. Brian, what's going on with the Lakers, man? What should happen for the Lakers to actually be serious contenders in the West?
I'll tell you what's going on with just basketball in general. Too many podcasts.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Too many podcasts. Man, these podcasts are turning into pillow talk for everyone. And Rich Paul got into a little pillow talk on a podcast, letting his feelings out, letting his thoughts out, letting loose of his inner conversations with Bron. the conversations you have with the guys when you just throw darts at the wall. You just rapping. You just, letting it fly. And you can't let it fly on a podcast because everybody sees it. And conversations about trading active players, if you don't know, Austin Reeves, talking about trading Austin Reeves for who? Triple Jaren Jackson Jr.?
That's the worst.
The worst. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's just, they just spitting stuff out there because there's no way Austin Reeves 10 times better than Triple J.
100 times better.
Like, stop it. But conversations like that bleeds into the locker room. And I know we all watch the games, but listen, they are humans as well. They are normal people. Like, they have families. They got, friends. They go through things. They get sick. So if somebody talking crap about you on and he close to your teammate who you probably look up to or you thought was your boy, bruh, I'm going to be looking at you sideways and we got to hash it out. But you hashing it out with King James. That's where it's uncomfortable.
Lakers need a trade. But it was evident the minute LeBron was being weird in the offseason, talking about, oh, yeah, it's Luka's team. They're going to do what's best for him, blah, blah, blah. That's the minute I would have got rid of LeBron, bro. It's just like, all right, first off, I don't need the passive-aggressive stuff anymore, bro. Like, the returns aren't there. Well, they're there, but from a defensive standpoint, from what you bring to the standpoint in terms of winning, just winning basketball, it's not there anymore, and that's okay. I don't expect it there to be there for LeBron James. You're a Hall of Famer, probably arguably one of the greatest players of all time, but you're also 41. Like, that's a big, big thing. You're also 41. You also have more than 20,000 miles on those legs in the NBA, bro. The timelines don't fit. I would see what I can get with immediate value. Probably send him out east, maybe back to Cleveland, see if you get some value back. But yeah, it doesn't fit. I don't see the Lakers winning a playoff game.
A playoff series? No.
Yeah, I don't see them winning a playoff series. And I don't care who they get. Right now they're what, 7th? They'd probably play the Spurs.
Yeah,
they can maybe beat the Spurs, maybe only because they're young. But
the Spurs only beat OKC.
I'd probably
they only care about OKC.
I'd probably still pick the Spurs though. Yeah, because it would just be, I can't trust Reeves in the playoffs. It would just be Luka.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this: the Lakers aren't finishing in the 7th seed. As you can see, any LeBron team since after his first stint with the Cavs has been a roller coaster. Night and day. Always. So just enjoy the ride. They might finish above the 7th seed. I think they can get 4th seed, actually.
4?
Yeah, I think they can get 4. I mean, they were just a 3 or 2 seed a week ago. So it's real tight. I feel like they finish at 4th and get a 4-5 game, maybe against a favorable matchup. But I agree with you on LeBron being traded. LeBron has reached a point. He reaches Carmelo Anthony point. This is the best example I can give. Remember when Jeremy Lin and Linsanity came?
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo got jealous. Then remember when Kristaps Porzingis came? Carmelo was getting jealous.
He had to go, yeah.
And there was a lot of, back office fights, everything in the fold, between him and Phil Jackson. And essentially they were like, listen, Kristaps is our future. We're moving on. Dumb in hindsight. But that's what LeBron is going through right now is he's not at the top of the totem pole anymore, and he doesn't know how to deal with not being the center. And as for a falling star that's falling gracefully, it's time for him. It's time for him to move on. And so I agree with you. I think he should go back to Cleveland. Cleveland would give him whatever he wants, and Cleveland needs a wing. But another point I have is that players like LeBron, the old guard, they don't impact winning anymore.
That's fair.
So you need impactful. You don't need 25, 5 and 5 anymore. You need a guy
who can defend.
Exactly. You need 3. You need Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
You need a Dylan Brooks type of guy who brings culture, attitude, aggression, who can fill in and guard for Luka.
Yeah.
And Austin
Reeves.
And LeBron. It's too many guys to fill
DeAndre.
It's too many guys to fill in for.
Not enough defense.
Marcus Smart can't guard all 5 guys.
Not enough defense.
Yeah, so it's time.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, we'll roll on. All-star starters were announced. The doing a new format this year. I'll name off the starters from the West. We have Luka Doncic, Stephen Curry, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, and Victor Wembanyama. From the East, the starters are Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Jaylen Brown, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Can't really get mad because obviously all these people are so deserving over their years. But Brian, who's the biggest snub so far for you, man?
Biggest snub is, let's do West East. Let's split it up. Biggest snub on the West, I think we agree on this one, is Anthony Edwards.
Without question.
29 points per game. He has come to life. He has taken another leap. Last year, thought he took a step back. This year, he's hitting on all cylinders. Any other player on the West you can think of?
Nah, not that come to mind.
You like Wemby already being? Well, he's a popular vote.
Yeah.
Wemby ain't played enough. But it's just like, who do I replace him with? James Harden?
You got nobody. No.
James Harden is balling, and Clippers are
starting to roll now.
Clippers are surging.
Maybe Booker, because he doesn't get enough love.
Booker, he's not popular enough.
He's not popular enough, yeah.
Yeah, I would say James Harden probably, but yeah, nobody's going to be out more popular than Victor right now. As you can see, he's second in voting.
They won enough games, maybe Cooper Flag, but
that's too soon.
It's way too soon.
Too soon to be a starter. But I like the Booker one.
Yeah.
Booker.
Booker's a good one, yeah.
Yeah. What about on the East?
The East. This one's tough, man.
Yuck.
The only reason I'm gonna say this name, because they have 3 point guards in here with Cade, Brunson, and Tyrese. I don't know if he played enough games, but Jalen Duren.
Jalen Duren, the center?
The center, yeah.
Solid. He's averaging like 22 and like 13.
Yeah, he's doing really, really well for first place team in the East.
Such a old school,
center. I value that position.
Old school, hard nosed center. I'm gonna go with the Cavs. Mitchell over Tyrese Maxey.
I can see that.
Yeah, I feel like Mitchell has earned to be a starting five. More points per game. He's carrying more of the load in Cleveland,
and they're higher seeded. Yeah.
They're not even higher seed. They're the same.
Are they?
I don't know how.
What's going on with Cleveland?
It's a weird. They have more wins and they have more losses. They just play more games.
Okay, I was about to say
it's weird. Okay. So they're 24-20. Philly's 22-18. They're the same record, but Philly has a lot of pieces in there with like PG, Joel Embiid, VJ Edgecombe. Honestly, I feel like Philly is underachieving. They're underachieving. The Cavs are underachieving based on the standard they set last year, but if you look at the roster, that's a weak roster. But yeah, I'll go Spider Mitchell.
Obviously, honorable mention Michael Porter Jr. I had to throw him out there.
Disgusting. That's disgusting.
That boy is hooping, man.
He's definitely hooping, but you can't beat bottom feeders, bro. No bottom feeders getting no love. Giannis getting love.
Exactly. I'm saying those boys trash.
It's just Giannis. I feel bad for that guy.
Go ahead and ask for that trade, bro. Can't go to the Hawks now, but
yeah, no. I want a quick segue. I know how much time we got. A little Giannis time. If Giannis don't get traded, if he never gets traded, or if Giannis never wins another ring, do you have him at least top 20 all time?
It depends on how many points and stuff he finishes with.
Okay. Would you put him over KG? Power forwards there. Giannis, KG.
Yeah, you got to go Giannis. Just a slight edge.
All right, I'll take it. I'll do it one more. Giannis, Dirk.
Slight edge to still Giannis.
I love it.
Slight edge still Giannis.
Bro, then if Giannis over Dirk, Giannis over KG, he already top 20.
He starts.
He's already top 20.
He's like 18.
Then where does that leave Dirk? Exactly.
We can get into this later, bro. I can make a list. But
yeah, exactly. Hey, we gonna make an official soapbox list of our top 20 NBA players of all time. Y'all to judge and rank.
I'm not doing it. Last time I got in a lot of trouble with my list.
Man, that's what the people love. That's what the people love.
All right, man. Let's finish off the show, man. We got the college football playoffs tonight. Indiana versus Miami. Indiana looking for honestly one of the greatest turnarounds in sports history. Miami looking to bring back the culture of the U. Brian, let's make this quick. Who you got tonight, man?
Big Ten all day. We taking over college football. It's official tonight. Indiana wins by a landslide. Oh, you want me to give a score?
Yeah, give me a score.
31-10.
31-10.
31-10. Let's go.
I'm gonna go Miami. I think this is probably the best defense that Indiana's probably faced all year. I think Miami wins a close one, 24-21.
I don't like it. Honestly, I have no dog in the fight.
Same.
I really don't.
I like Cignetti. I wish he was Alabama's coach.
Yeah, he's the next Saban.
Yeah.
And that's why I like him. But I do like Miami's sideline of celebrities.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. It give you that Colorado Buffalo feel when Deion first got there.
You can't go wrong with Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin, Ray Lewis, Warren Sapp, they live over there. They live.
Got all the heavy hitters. All right, y'all, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in again. Please like, subscribe, share. You know, we're here every week. Appreciate all the love, support. Ryan, what do you guys say to the people?
Man, we on all of your podcast sites, whatever you listen to, check us out. We are there. And just continue to support us, man. We love y'all. Peace out.